Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name's Brandon, and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 69 of the What Sold series, where I show you my daily eBay sales. And at the end of the video, I'll go over my net profit for the day. Let's not waste any time, let's jump right into those sales. The first sale of the day is this Canary cycling jersey in a men's 2XL. It took about 3 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $15 plus shipping, and it did have a little flaw in it. If not, it probably would have sold closer to $20. I don't sell a lot of cycling stuff. I have been looking up some more of it to learn a little bit more about it, but most of the ones that I come across just aren't very valuable. There are a few in between there that are super valuable, and then there are some like the Canary ones that are just kind of like meh. If you can pick them up really cheap, they might be okay, but if you're paying regular thrift store prices of like $7 to $10, they're probably not worth it for the most part. So number two, this Untuck It button-up shirt. It was actually a flannel, and this was in a men's 2XL. It took 8 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. I'm actually surprised that this took so long to sell, and it sold for only $12. I probably just have it priced just a tiny bit too high. I bet you if I would have priced this in like the $16 to $18 range, it probably would have sold within 3 months. Some items are just super price sensitive like that, and I think this was one of those. Sale number 3, Mo Better, More Money. This is a Western shirt. This is, I think, the third one of them that I've sold. This came from one of the lots that I bought, and this is just an amazing Western shirt to find. Anything from Mo Better is going to sell really well in super high demand. This one sold same day for full price, $40 plus shipping. It did have a few flaws on it. If not, I probably would have priced it in the $50 to $60 range. So number 4 was a vintage Panhandle Slim Western shirt. This was just a button-up one. It wasn't a pearl snap or anything. And it did also have a few flaws on it, but it sold in 1 day for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. So number 5 was this Fast House jersey in a men's XL. This one took 68 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. I see this brand a lot, but I think this might be the first time that I actually picked it up and sold it. From my experience, I guess it did sell within 90 days. So if you could pick it up for a cheap enough price where you can price it low, then it might be worth it. So number 6, this is a Tommy Bahama button-up shirt in a men's 3XL. This one was called the Bahama Coast. Let me see if I can show you guys the tag. Right there below Tommy Bahama, that's like the style of it. If it has a name underneath the tag there, it's probably a lot better than a regular Tommy Bahama shirt. I think I sold one similar to this yesterday. I think that one was called the Veracruz, and that one sold for like 40 or 50 bucks also. These ones both came from the same thrift store, same day. And this one sold in 4 days for full price, $40 plus shipping. So number 7 was a vintage O'Neill Racing motocross jersey in a men's XL. This sold in 53 days for a best offer of $14 plus shipping. It didn't sell for a lot, but it did sell within 2 months. So like the Fast House jersey, it's probably worth picking up if you can get it at a low enough cost. If you're paying normal thrift store prices, then it's probably a little bit too expensive to sell it at the right price to move it quickly. So number 8 is another Untuck It shirt. This one was a men's 2XL tall, and it sold in 5 days for a best offer of $19 plus shipping. I found a few of these in 2XL tall, and they've been selling really well. So that is a great size to look out for in these Untuck It shirts. Sale number 9 was a pair of Nike Golf cargo shorts in a men's 36. They took about 10 months to sell, and they sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. I think they did have a little flaw or two on it. They were probably just priced a little bit inaccurately. If they had been priced in the $15 to $17 range, they wouldn't have sat this long. So number 10 was a Carhartt button-down. This is like a heavy, thicker, flannel-y shirt. And it took over a year to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $11 plus shipping. Like I said, I think it was last video as well, the more basic Carhartt stuff just doesn't really sell that well. It needs to be something specific, something that's very sought after. If not, the majority of the stuff from Carhartt is not that great. If you can get it at a low enough cost, $1, $2, and you can let it go for low prices, then it might be worth it for you. So number 11 was this Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. This took 8 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. This is really low for a Rain Spooner. This one is very basic, but even the basic ones usually sell for 20 to 25 bucks. This one just kind of fell through the cracks, and sometimes that happens, especially if you list a lot of similar items. Then some of them are going to like fall through, whether you want to call it the algorithm or whatever it may be, and just kind of trickle down your store and end up selling for low prices. It's okay, considering some of the other ones are going to sell for high prices. So number 12 was a High Seas Hawaiian shirt. This one had like wine bottles all over it. It was in a men's large. It sold in 5 months for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. These High Seas shirts can actually do pretty good. They are very print dependent, so this isn't a great print. It's just some wine bottles. There are some better prints. I can't think of them off the top of your head, but you can just go search eBay, maybe filter it by highest to lowest, and then you can see the highest selling ones, and those would be the best ones to keep an eye out for. But even ones like this selling, for $20, if you can pick them up for $5 or $7, you can still make a decent profit. So number 13 was a Ralph Lauren seersucker shirt in a men's XL. This took 40 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. This just isn't really the time to be selling seersucker shirts, but I just let it go. $20. I think I paid like $7 for it, so still making a decent profit. If I would have held this till springtime, I probably could have got close to the full price. So number 14, another Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt. This is another one that fell through the cracks and ended up just selling for a low price. It took 8 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $14 plus shipping. As you guys can see there, I did have a sale going on. I put on a sale for all items that were 3 to 6 months old, 25% off, and anything over 6 months old is 35% off. It did boost the amount of items that sold a lot, but it is going to lower the average sale price because items are going to be selling for less, and a lot of older items are going to be selling as well. But I'm happy to move out some of that old inventory. So number 15 was a kids Dixon flannel. So this is a youth size one. It sold in 11 days for a best offer of $13 plus shipping, and that was with a few flaws on it. These youth ones aren't that great. They probably sell in like the $15 to $20 range. So number 16 was an Abercrombie & Fitch button-up shirt in a men's medium. This is another older item. It took over a year to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $11 plus shipping. So number 17, another Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's XL. This one took 4 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. This one did have a really unique print, and even 4 months ago, I might not have known this keyword and I didn't use it, but this is like a quilted pattern, so it kind of looks like a blanket quilt, and I think that keyword actually helps it sell really well because I've sold a few more that have similar prints to this since then for more money and quicker using that keyword. So number 18, another Rain Spooner. This is a Mele Kalikimaka, so it's one of the Christmas ones. The Christmas ones have started selling a lot quicker. I actually need to go back through and maybe end some of them and reprice them because some of them are in the sale and I don't need them in the sale, like the 35 or the 25 or the 35% off sale, because they are going to be selling at full price or close to now that we're getting very close to Christmas. But this one specifically sold in 3 months for a best offer of $28 plus shipping. This one was new with tags, so even though it was a youth, it still sold for a decent amount. So number 19 was another Dixon flannel. This one was a women's small. This one was the Sancho's Tacos Yardbird. I'll go ahead and show you guys the tag. As I've said before, the Dixon flannels all have their own name, so they're super easy to look up comps and by that exact style right there. But this one sold in 33 days for a best offer of $34 plus shipping, and this came from the local buyouts where I spent an average of $27 per item. Sale number 20 in the final sale of the day was this Wrangler Pearl Snap Western shirt. It wasn't a big size. It was a numbered size, but size 20. I want to say that's probably like a 3 or 4XL. And this took 7 months to sell, and it sold for the full discounted price of $16.22 plus shipping. That's it for the sales. Let's jump into those numbers. On November 8th, we sold 20 items for a total gross sales of $550.90, giving us an average sale price of $27.55. That is lower than normal, and like I said, this is the first day of the sale that I put in place where it's 25% off all items that are from 3 months to 6 months and 35% off all items that are 6 months and beyond. So I expected the average sale price to go down because I am going to be moving out some of that older inventory. But I think we're still in a good place because we did sell 20 items. That is the number that I'm looking to hit. And now that we're selling off some of those older items, even though it's at a lower price, we're still probably making a little bit of profit on them. And now we can take that money and reinvest it towards better, faster selling, higher sale price items. Every month, hopefully you're growing and becoming a better reseller, better with your brands, better with your knowledge about the business. So you should be able to continually refining the items that are going into your store, and hopefully month over month, the items all continue to get better. But let's go ahead and jump back into the numbers. The selling costs and net sales, as you know, they're always inaccurate. Let me show you guys what they really were. The selling costs for today were $182.04. The breakdown for that is $66.39 in eBay final value fees, $104.37 in shipping labels, and $11.28 in promoted listing fees. 6 of the 20 sales came via promoted listings. So also from the sale, it looks like a lot more items are selling organically, probably because the sale is adding the boost to them and making them easier to sell, and they don't need the promoted listings. So like I said, only 6 of the 20 came via promoted listings. Now, if we take away those selling costs and the taxes and fees collected by eBay away from the gross sales amount, that gives our net sales for the day of $329.50. We still need to take away our cost of goods. We're currently using an average cost of goods of $11.73. So for 20 items, that gives us a total cost of goods for the day of $234.60. If we take that away from the net sales, that'll give us our net profit for the day of $94.90. So the net profit is lower than I want it to be, especially for 20 items. But like I said, having the average sale price is going to bring down the net profit, but we are getting all the money back from a full 20 items to also reinvest in the business. So our cash flow is going to be, at the full amount for the cost of goods. So none of the profit needs to get reinvested to buy new items. That's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions about the sale I'm running, or any questions about cash flow, or just any questions at all, leave them down below in the comments. That way I can start answering some of them as I go through these videos every day. Maybe I'll start answering like 1 or 2 questions every day if I see something good in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 70 of the What Sold series. Peace.